some monuments with the time of a history got a various stories and tales.
Acha.
Might be
Okay, oral
legendary,
heritage, oral
yeah, oral
traditions.
history might be legendary, might be true, we are not confirmed. So one I found it about Razia Sultan's tomb. So
Yeah.
you shared basically collecting the monument, the picture, and taking the oral history, and you shared
Yeah.
all three. So can you share the legends of Razia Sultan's tomb?
Yeah, yeah. So, I have shared this story, or this is a very interesting story about Razia Sultan. So basically, the Razia Sultan Razia. Sorry, I am very sorry. It's
Yeah,
Sultan
yeah.
Razia. It's not Razia
Sultan
Sultan.
Razia. Yes, yes.
So,
Sorry for
so
misspelling.
yeah, राना सफी मैम होती हैं तो बहुत डांटती हैं इस बात पे.
या वो
तो
असल में फिल्म जो है ना वो हमारे दिमागों में घूमती रहती है. दैट्स
ये
मूवी.
बहुत गड़बड़, ये
Movies did
पुरानी.
a lot of damage to the history, so वो हमारे जहनों में बैठ जाती है.
हाँ, तो she was a sultan, not a
Yeah.
consort to sultan. She was a sultan
Yeah.
herself.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
सुल्तान
Exactly.
रजिया की अपनी जिंदगी तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है ही, उनकी जाने के बाद उनकी जिंदगी कुछ कम इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं है. तो
बिल्कुल.
सुल्तान रजिया died fighting her brother in Kaithal, Haryana. She was dethroned from her. There were a lot of jealousy and a lot of misogynism, you can say, and people were not. There were people, powerful people, who were not ready to accept her as a sultan. So what happened was that she was removed from her throne, and she was on the run, and she actually died fighting against her own brother in Kaithal, in Haryana. So there are, very interestingly, there are three places with all of which declare that they are the original tombs of Sultan Razia. So first of all, we come to a place called Bulbuli Khana in Purani Delhi. So Purani Delhi there's a section of Purani Delhi which was also a part of Firozabad. Firozabad was the capital of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. And before even Firozabad was established, there was the Dargah of Baba Shah Turkman Bayabani there. There was all these forests there, and Baba Shah Turkman Bayabani made it his home, made it his the place where he used to Khanka and everything. So there is a place called Bulbuli Khana near it, and which is supposed to be the tomb of Sultan Razia. And it is said that her remains were transported from Kaithal to this place, and 100 years after her death, there is this history of Sultan Firoz Shah Tughlaq, Tarikh-e-Firoz Shahi, which was written, which even mentions this tomb of Sultan Razia inside Firozabad. So just 100 years after her death, there is a contemporary text talking about her tomb. So which is what makes us believe that this tomb is in fact could be in fact in Bulbuli Khana itself in Purani Delhi of today. But very interestingly, there is a tradition which says that her tomb is not in Purani Delhi or Bulbuli Khana. Her tomb is at the place where she died fighting in Kaithal. So there was this shrine which existed at that place. There is this Mughal era historian called Farishta, Abul Qasim Hindu Shah Farishta, who wrote his history in Mughal age, who talks about this shrine in Kaithal. So there was this shrine existing there. So there were people who believed that the tomb of Sultan Razia existed in Kaithal itself even 400 years ago, 500 years ago. So now we come to two different theories. One theory of 15th century or 14th century, which places her tomb in Delhi. Another theory of literature of 16th century, which places her tomb in Kaithal itself. Then there is a third theory. The third theory talks about her tomb being in Tonk. Now this theory, it is totally comes from oral tradition. There is no literature written on it.
No literature based on that. Yes.
There is no literature. The oral tradition. So there is this place in Tonk which has all these Iltutmish era monuments there. There is this masjid called Iltutmish ki Masjid there. And it is said that Iltutmish established his camp at this place when he was trying to capture Ranthambore. And Tonk is near to Ranthambore. So there is this mosque called Iltutmish ki Masjid there. There is this chhatri called Razia ki Chhatri there. There is this monument called Razia ka Takht there. So there is all these monuments related to Sultan Razia and Sultan Iltutmish there. So this which are supposed to predate Mughal era itself, and they are supposed to belong to that reign of Sultan Iltutmish and reign of Sultan Razia. So it is said that in fact Sultan Razia didn't die in Kaithal. She escaped to that sanctuary in Tonk Tonk itself didn't exist, but that region
At that
existed.
time, yes, yes.
So,
Yeah.
this oral tradition says that she escaped to that region to save herself from her brother, and her brother followed her to that spot, and she died fighting there. And there is these two graves, and there is this grave which is built on a higher pedestal there, which is supposed to be Sultan Razia's grave. And that grave is said, so there is no written contemporary or modern literature on this. There is this belief that Tonk, people of Tonk, and this oral history that remain. So whenever we write about history, we have to give this point of view, ki whether we are writing from view of oral traditions or we are writing from view of literature. I'd like to talk about this for 5 minutes, if you give me the permission.
Yeah, sure.
So the thing, I personally am an amateur on this front. So whenever I am writing, I have to be very sure that whatever I am talking about is oral history or written history. There is a lot of history related to monuments which is just oral history, which has no base in history.
Yeah.
If you have not read about it, and you go to a place called Khidki Masjid in Delhi, which was a masjid established in the reign of Firoz Shah Tughlaq, and you don't know about it, and you just reach there, the locals there will tell you it is Baba Khadak Singh ka Kila, and because that masjid looks like a fort, and locals don't believe it's a masjid. They call it a Kila, and they say Baba Khadak Singh was some general of Maharana Pratap and established that Kila. So there are many a time these oral traditions which have absolutely no base in history. For example, there is very interesting. I have seen many people also post about it. There is this very interesting oral tradition which says कि Adam Khan or Adga Khan. Adam Khan was the son of he was not the son of so Adga Khan was the husband of Mahamanga, and Adga and Adam Khan was the son of another wet nurse of Akbar. So what happened was in competition with Adga Khan, because Adga Khan was gaining prominence, Adam Khan murdered Adga Khan, and Akbar in his fury then got Adam Khan killed. So now there is this whole tradition which says, so Adam Khan's tomb is octagonal tomb, and it is in Mehrauli, and Adga Khan's tomb is a square tomb, and it exists adjacent to the Dargah of Nizamuddin Aulia, Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia. So there is this oral history which says कि Adam Khan की tomb octagonal tomb इस वजह से है because Lodi tombs were octagonal tombs, and Mughals used to treat Lodis as traitors
or enemies.
And also Sher Shah Suri की era की tombs were also octagonal tombs, and hence Adam Khan की tomb was made octagonal because he was a traitor. And Adga Khan ki tomb is a square tomb because he was not a traitor. But it's such a false oral tradition because Mughal era mein there are umpteen number of examples of octagonal tombs. Humayun tomb itself is an octagonal tomb.
Exactly. I saw many tombs of Mughal era in Badaiyon that are octagonal, and it's exactly like replica of Lodi era.
So there is no so this is just an this is just an oral tradition which has no base in history. Another oral tradition which is I have not found it I have not read it in any book. It says that the competition the competition that existed between Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia and Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. There is all these history behind their rivalry. And there are stories in which they say Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia cursed Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq because Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq was not allowing the Bauli of Hazrat Nizamuddin to get built. So he cursed him. He said ki ya base ujad ya rahe ujad ya base gujar for the Tughlaqabad fort, and it actually became ujad after the death of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. I have not found it in any contemporary history. I am looking for source which can give me a base of this story. This is another oral history which I feel. So we have to be very careful about what is oral history and what is real history. Mahipalpur is a urban village in Delhi, which gets its name from Mahipal Tomar, who was from Tahumar Rajputs. Yes. Inside Mahipalpur exists a hunting lodge of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Now the locals call it Mahipal. The locals of Mahipalpur call it Mahal. They say this is the Mahal of Mahipal Tomar.
Raja
so
Mahipal
this
Tomar,
is the Raja Mahipal Tomar, but it's the hunting lodge of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. So you found all this oral history which has no base in written tradition.
Yeah.
So one has to be very careful while writing about monuments, that
Yeah, I
whatever
think
one is
oral
writing.
history comes from the folklores, and oral history itself is a
Yes,
very good resource or a rich resource for working it. But sometime as a scholar, you need to segregate both of them and need to cross verify and testify it before giving it
absolutely.
any authenticity.
Every one of us has to do it. At least I have
Yeah.
to every time do it. I have to be very careful that whatever I write has some base in history, base in written history, because it's very embarrassing to write about something which has no base, because there are all these legends associated with Sufis, with
Yeah.
emperors, which
Yes.
have no base in truth. So
Which has
hence,
no base in truth, yes. So, Ramin, can we come out our question that we left at the start, that how
yeah,
did this
yeah,
exploration and collaboration for the stories from the small towns, Sambal,
yes,
Jaunpur,
yes,
Aligarh,
yes,
these places
yes,
start, and what was the experience? And can you share something important
yes,
to
yes,
the audiences
yes, yes,
because people cannot reach there, there is no
exactly.
tourism at all, and these places are completely abandoned, though the larger cities or the bigger cities has issues with the land mafia, with the overpopulation, population explosion, but these cities are backyards and mostly ignored, and sometimes people don't know about the heritage. So you covered Aligarh in detail, you covered Sambal, you
Yes,
covered Jaunpur by the help of
Jaunpur.
Mohit.
Yeah,
So can you
yeah,
please
yeah.
talk a little bit on that?
So just like Haryana, Uttar Pradesh it has the same story of Haryana, same unexplored, untalked about heritage which nobody cares about, nobody knows about. Locals of UP also hardly know about it. So since I also have a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday job, and I also get time on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays only. All others like me also have times on Saturday and Sundays only. So the idea came from ki I can't reach to all these places at once, but I know about the heritage of these places. I have read about the heritage of these places by my research in internet. So I have extensively researched about the heritage of Aligarh, heritage of Jaunpur, heritage of Ghaziabad. Ghaziabad, I personally covered myself because it's near. But the heritage of Muradabad, the
Yes.
heritage of Bareilly, the heritage of Pilibhit, the heritage of Najibabad, the heritage of Badaयूं. But I can't be at all these places because every one of us has an other life also, which is as important, which in fact fuels our passion.
Yeah.
Since we have this stable 9 to 5 Monday to Friday job, it helps our passion on Saturdays and Sundays. So that this idea came from there, and I started interacting with people from Aligarh. So Ali Akbar Abedi is a young student from Aligarh who's doing his graduation from Aligarh. So I interacted with him, and there were some monuments he himself knew about, and there were some monuments who I knew about. So I gave him locations of these monuments, and I requested him to cover them on my behalf, and he covered them, and then I posted stories about them. So Aligarh is another place which nobody talks about in terms of
Yes,
heritage.
exactly. Exactly.
The Jama Masjid of Aligarh Muslim University in itself is so historic that you can't imagine. There was this masjid in Shahjahanabad called Akbarabadi Masjid,
Yes.
which had calligraphic panels done by the same person who did calligraphy on Taj Mahal and the tomb of Sikandra. So these calligraphic panels were almost lost when Britishers destroyed the Akbarabadi Masjid, because as
And
a
Purani
revenge for
Dilis.
mutiny of 1857. Sir
Exactly.
Syed Ahmad Khan was moved to tears out of this loss of heritage. He saved those calligraphic panels, and he set them up on the Jama Masjid of Aligarh Muslim University.
Yes,
And
yes.
those calligraphic panels are still there. And
Still.
people don't talk about it, but so this is one aspect which connects Aligarh to Taj Mahal, and we don't know about it. So Aligarh has that. Aligarh has the Jama Masjid of Aligarh in Uppercote. So Ali Akbar Abedi, he covered it on my behalf. He went to that place for my request. That masjid is from 1720s,
Yes.
1720s or 1730s. It is that old, but people don't know about it. People don't talk about it. Then Muhib, who belongs from Jaunpur but lives in Aligarh. I shared with him the coordinates of another masjid, which is in fact the oldest masjid of Aligarh. Not
From the
Aligarh
village,
district,
from the
but
village of Aligarh.
the city of Aligarh or the village of Aligarh.
Jalali, I think.
No. Jalali is different. Jalali comes in Aligarh district. But I was
Yeah.
talking about the main city of Aligarh. It's the oldest. It's called Kala Masjid, and Kala Masjid belongs to the reign of Lodhis, and nobody knows about it and nobody talks about it. And I have covered it on my page. Then Jalali is a town which is not very far from Aligarh. It's main Aligarh itself. And Jalali, the name Jalali itself comes from the name of Jalaluddin, Jalaluddin Khilji, who was the founder of the Khilji dynasty. And Balban was very closely connected with the town of Jalali. The Jama Masjid of Jalali originally belonged to the reign of Balban, and it has 6 different inscriptions which are from different ages, because whenever repair was happened on that mosque, a different inscription slab was established. So all those inscriptions are left. There is this gaon called Pilakna in Aligarh district. Pilakna comes from Feel Khana. Feel Khana is the place where elephants are kept. Elephant stable. Feel means elephants. Khana means place. Pilakna has a mosque which was established in the reign of Babur, and there are only 5 to 6 mosques which was established in the reign of Babur which still exist, and Pilakna has that. So Muhib covered them on my behalf, and Muhib in fact belongs to Jaunpur. So he runs this page called Dehli Darwesh. So me and Muhib actively, so Muhib already knew about these monuments, most of these monuments from before. I didn't need to tell him because Jaunpur is his hometown. So I realized that Muhib goes to Jaunpur ever so often. So I asked him to, cover these monuments, share with me, write it about them on his page, and I will write about them on my page. And since thankfully I have a relatively bigger reach on my page, it would be really helpful to expand the knowledge on Jaunpur. So Jaunpur in itself is probably one of the most richest, has one of the most richest heritages in North India, I can say. But nobody talks about Jaunpur. Jaunpur has these masjids which are unique. Jaunpur has these beautiful tombs. Jaunpur has this Shahi Pul which was established in the reign of Akbar. So Muhib helped in covering these places, and he shared it with me, and I shared it on my page, and so basically, since I can't be in all these places, and I know locals who are from those places. Ali was from Aligarh. There is another guy called Tariq who's from Aligarh who covered the Dargah of Shah Jamal for me. I shared with him the coordinates of Dargah of Shah Jamal. He covered it for me. Muhib covered Jaunpur. Then there is this. I have a friend from Sambal whose name is Zaz Sarwar. Zaz Sarwar runs a whole page called Sambal on Sambal's heritage.
That's really very interesting page. They are covering the heritage of Sambal in a different way.
It is amazing. It is amazing how much heritage Sambal has, and nobody is talking about it. Sambal has the Jama Masjid of Sambal is again Babur era monument, and one of the few Babur era monuments. And Sambal has a whole ton of monuments which belong to Mughal age, but Sir Zad is talking about it, and Zad has kindly shared with me those pics. So I feel that since I'm lucky enough to have a relatively bigger reach on my social media page, I can with their permission I can share their pics and write the stories of their monuments. So even if I have not been to those places, I can write their stories and help raise awareness about these places in Uttar Pradesh.
Definitely. That's really a great work when we do it in a group. So how do you think that this small villages or small towns, because once we were in Rampur with my friend Mannan, who also run a social media page, and Mannan mother is in fact from Rampur, so it is like his own place. And we wandered with his elders, his uncle and many other people, to the grave of Faizullah Khan. And nobody was able to told us that where exactly Faizullah Khan grave is located. And there is a British Library mosque and this Ali Masjid or something in a folio that is believed to be close to the site of Faizullah Khan mosque. But nobody now knows the name of that mosque. This is preserved in a British Library photograph. And some say this is Jinnatu Ali Masjid, and we roamed around 20 kilometers around Rampur by car, by scooty, but we were not able to find it out. But suddenly next day, or after a few hours, one guy says, so you can go to Tuti Wala Maqbara. So suddenly we reached to Tutiwala Maqbara, and we were not aware about that. So many legendary stories grows around the monument.
Yes.
And when we roam around Tutiwala Maqbara, it was absolutely like afternoon time, and we passed by the fields, and there was grass and weeds all around. And when we were coming back, so some guy or Maulana Sahab was passing by there, and this is at the outskirts of Rampur. He say, this is not in fact Fazlullah Khan's grave. Come to this mosque. Inside is a grave of Fazlullah Khan. So we found that British Library folio. Now the picture has been changed. Only
Just by
archives are
sheer
there.
luck.
Yeah.
Just
So
by
there is
sheer
no
luck,
GPS.
yeah.
And then after 3 months, while I was trying to make a video story on Tutis Wala Maqbara, I found this is covered by AVP News and 2 other big news channel as a haunted place. And they make a paranormal stories and just TRPs, and millions
Jokes,
of views are
jokes,
there.
jokes,
So
jokes.
finally, what I came to know that Tutiwala Maqbara is more famous. There was a courtesan that was buried there, and is later days. But the original founder of Rampur dynasty, Nawab Fazlullah Khan's grave, was not known by anyone by his name. So this is how the heritage, and this is so sad because Rampur is still, the Nawabs are very influential. They own a lot of properties and they have a lot of heritage monuments still there.
Yes, yes.
But this is a reality of a heritage, how we own it.
In small towns, yes.
Yeah, even if you go to the Aula, the founder of the Rohilla dynasty, Nawab Muhammad Ali Khan's tomb, very grand in some days, but now it's completely crumbled. So once we say that Aula has more than 70 to 80 mosques, not really, we have hardly left 2-3 mosques there, and they're completely
Very
ruined.
sad, very sad.
So this
Very
is
sad.
a reality of what we say the small towns heritage.
Yes, yes, yes.
People think that heritage is safe when we are doing a talk with your Patna
No.
friend. He's doing a lot of
Kunal,
effort.
Kunal. Yeah,
So,
Kunal.
so there was a lot of question on heritage of big cities and small cities. So small towns are much endangered because even they are not marked.
तो आई विल टेल यू, इसमें मेरा यही व्यू है. इसमें एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग, मतलब इंटरेस्टिंग क्या, मेरा इसमें मैं 2 मिनट बोलना चाहूंगा इस पे एक चीज.
Yes.
कि अगर कोई रामपुर वाला है, कोई मुरादाबाद वाला है, वो भी जो हिस्ट्री पढ़ता है या वो भी जो मॉन्यूमेंट्स की पढ़ता है, वो दिल्ली, लखनऊ, अहमदाबाद, जयपुर, कलकत्ता, मुंबई की पढ़ सकता है, क्योंकि देयर इज नो लिटरेचर ऑन दीज सिटीज. So even if there is somebody interested in these cities, he will not be able to find anything on their heritage. So first of all, the problem is the lack of documentation of the heritage of these places, the lack of stories about the heritage of these places. अब रामपुर ही ले लीजिए, रामपुर पे मैं कब से I am trying to find a book on the monuments of Rampur, and there is no book on the monuments of Rampur. There is no book on the story of Rampur, let alone the heritage of.
Unfortunately, the fourth Nawab of Rampur, Nawab Ahmad Ali Khan, who ruled it for 50 years, almost 49 years, the longest reign. And he was architect of many things. His tomb is lost, even it is not marked in GPS. We reached there, it is in an insignificant place known as Nankar, and a very beautiful monument. I make a video story on that. That completely beautiful monument is now ruined. It's a places for sometime visitors, sometime girlfriends, boyfriends used to meet.
Lovers, lovers. Yeah, monuments are good for lovers and gamblers. They are the ones who most value them.
Gamblers were sitting there, goats were grazing there, and the entire monument made up of a small brick, and a very huge monument is now completely ruined. And internet speed was not so good that I can mark. I tried a lot to mark that monument in the Google Maps so that anytime next one will come and so he can visit it. But unfortunately, the speed was so bad there that I was not able to mark that location there because I need a light.
That's the sad part. So that's the thing. Until local media, local administration is not interested in the heritage of the own place that they live in, the heritage of these places will not come to the fore. संबल के बारे में बात करते हैं तो आप लोगों से पूछ लो तो मुस्लिम संबली कबाब बोल देंगे कि संबल के सीख कबाब फेमस हैं, और कुछ नहीं बता सकते. कोई मॉन्यूमेंट का नहीं बता पाएंगे, मे बी जामा मस्जिद का बता देंगे. मुरादाबाद का ले लोगे आप तो मुरादाबाद की दाल के बारे में बता देंगे और मुरादाबाद की पीतल के काम के बारे में बता देंगे, और कुछ नहीं बता पाएंगे. बरेली का ले लोगे तो मे बी बरेली का कैंट फेमस है, बरेली के कुछ जो चुरिंदा चीजें फेमस है बरेली के बारे में बता देंगे. पीलीभीत का ले लोगे तो आप पीलीभीत के जो लोकल कोई 1-2 ट्रेडिशन फेमस होंगे तो बता देंगे, कोई मॉन्यूमेंट के बारे में नहीं बता पाएंगे.
People don't know about the religious heritage. You know, Nanak Mata 40 kilometers away from Pilibhit was visited by Guru Nanak himself, then visited by Guru Gobind Singh Ji itself, and this story is still pending with Live History India. We have explored that area.
Is that the reason why Pilibhit has so many Sikhs living there?
Exactly, you can say yes. There is a Gurdwara in Pilibhit in Field Khana Mohalla, That is legendary belief. We don't know that at that time when Guru Gobind Singh was returning from Nanak Mata. So it is said that he used to rest there. At that time, Pilibhit was a forest. There was no population at that time. So then he was returning. So after partition, actually this impetus was very high. So they choose this region as a land of immigration, Pilibhit, Rudrapur, because of good agrarian fields and proximity with Nanak Mata. So Nanak Mata is also one of the reasons why post partition days Sikh used to migrated in this place.
So now think about it. As you know, I am from Pilibhit. My roots are in Pilibhit. People talk all the time कि Pilibhit has a good healthy Sikh population. I always used to think कि भाई क्यों है Sikh population, सरदार की क्या history है, Sikhs की क्या history है यहाँ पे, and nobody knew. I didn't knew. Now you tell me कि there is a legendary place called Nanak Mata which is just nearby there, which was one of the deciding factor which would have been the deciding factor for the Sikhs to migrate to this place. And yet nobody talks about Nanak Mata and nobody knows about it. So locals must be talking कि हाँ, we have a good heritage, good population of Sikhs living with us, but they don't know why there is a good population of Sikhs there. So it is just so sad that we talk about the heritage of Delhi, we talk about the heritage of Lucknow, we talk about the heritage of Calcutta, Hampi, all these UNESCO World Heritage sites. Even Lucknow में भी मैं बता दूँ.
That's good. But the lesser known. Yes, our friend is saying that it is well known in Sikh heritage. Yes, it is well known in Sikh heritage, but outside the Sikh heritage, people don't know the story of Nanak Mata. Yes, we know it is preserved in the Sikh heritage.
आपने आज बताया तो मुझे पता चला है, मुझे आज तक नहीं पता था. मतलब I feel so ashamed, मुझे भी आज तक नहीं पता था. So it is this for a lot of us. Even in Delhi and Lucknow also ना, the talk is more about. लखनऊ की बात करेंगे तो इमामबाड़ों की बात कर लेंगे, दिल्ली की बात करेंगे, लखनऊ में इमामबाड़े और रेजिडेंसी जानते हैं, दिल्ली की बात कर लेंगे तो 3-4 वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइट्स की बात कर लेंगे. दिल्ली इटसेल्फ है सच रॉटिंग हेरिटेज जिसकी कोई लिमिट नहीं है. दिल्ली के रॉटिंग हेरिटेज पे जो है हमारी 4 घंटे बात हो सकती है और वो खत्म नहीं होगा. ये कहानी है दिल्ली की. तो दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया जस्ट कवर्स जो कि इजीली एक्सेसिबल है, इजीली जाके वहां पे डीएसएलआर से शूट कर सकते हैं. बट आप ऐसी जगहों पे जाओ जहां पे डीएसएलआर ले जाने में आपको डर लगे, जहां पे मोबाइल ही ओनली वे है कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट करने का. तो ये डीएसएलआर वाली प्लेसेस तो हर कोई कवर कर रहा है. फोर्ट्स, ये जो राजस्थान के पैलेसेस हैं जो कि फुली प्रिजर्व्ड हैं, राजस्थान की फोर्ट्स हैं, गुजरात के पैलेसेस हैं, इमाम बाड़े हैं, लखनऊ का इमाम बाड़ा है, ये सब प्रॉपरली प्रिजर्व्ड है. हुमायूं टॉम्ब है.
Just Google it after the talk on YouTube, Tuti ka Maqbara, and you will see two news clips. You will see 2 news clips with 1 million of the views by 2 leading news channels. But when you go inside, you will see they are doing a acting and drama for paranormal thoughts, believing the ghost of Tuti is living there without any historical talks, without any historical, making it just a fun of it. So this is a way how we are presenting, and it has 1 million views. Yes.
Monuments की जो value है ना,
broadcasted on their channel. It was broadcasted on their channel, and they make a complete fun of that Tuti ka Maqbara. So this is how we are treating it.
मॉन्यूमेंट की जो वैल्यू है वो लवर्स जानते हैं, जो मतलब गर्लफ्रेंड बॉयफ्रेंड जानते हैं. सेकंड, जुआरी जानते हैं. थर्ड, ये जो घोस्ट वाले जो होते हैं ना, जिनको जो पैरानॉर्मल चाहिए होता है, वो जानते हैं. और घोस्ट का तो ऐसा है कि हर कोई जो जंगल में है वो घोस्ट है, वहां पे जो है पैरानॉर्मल है, जबकि कुछ होगा नहीं. तो जो मॉन्यूमेंट्स एक्चुअली जाते भी हैं विजिट करने, तो इन 3 एस्पेक्ट्स के लिए ज्यादा जाते हैं. ये जो अनसीन हेरिटेज है, ना कि उनकी स्टोरीज जानने, ना कि उनकी बैकग्राउंड जानने. That's a big tragedy.
Thank you, Ramin, for this really wonderful talk and a nice session to get a lot of good engagement also from our friends. I didn't get any queries or questions, but there is very good comments coming up from our friends.
Yes.
Punjabi Ru, our friend, talk about Sikh heritage. Ashar Bhai also talked, and there is I lost one feedback. There was a guy, somebody commented here, because in the live we will not go for the comment. Mick _Vadech. He says that he has recently transferred to Noida and he's looking forward some group explorations. So are you planning anything, something like that after lockdown, a sort of group exploration or a team explorations or walks, something like that?
I would actually want to do it. Definitely want to do it. Probably, so I myself don't have a vehicle itself. So probably 4 or 5 people finding a car to rent, or probably one of them having a car, going out to a day trip to one of these places.
Hardeep Singh, Mick _Vadech.
Oh,
So
Hardeep. I think I know Hardeep Bhai from my Facebook page also. We have
okay,
interacted. I think he is the same Hardeep Singh. I'm not sure.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so definitely, अगर group explorations के लिए, I can find 4 to 5 people who are interested, and we can find probably a vehicle to go for a day, for a a day long exploration and come back in the evening itself. So there are so many places from which are like 2 to 3 hours journey from Delhi itself, which we can go and come and explore and come back. So yes, that's something we can definitely think about.
Okay, any other plans for City Tales you are going to experiment in future other than this Instagram and Facebook?
Yes, yes. So I have realized with one in the last 1 year that while photos and stories are really great and there is a good engagement, the biggest engager of them all is a video. People find it the most easiest to consume, and vis-a-vis a written text. So while I can write a story, I can a text that the written a video, a text in form of a video, a narration in form of a video finds much more engagement and is much more easy for people to consume. So I will be definitely starting with these short videos post lockdown, and these small 1 minute videos probably talking about the I would want to go to a monument and talk about the history of that place in of a monument in 1 minute, so that people can find the story also, and it's crisp and it's short. So I would want to do that. Plus there are a lot of places in Bengal, Gujarat. I have already marked for my future exploration which I have to go, because Gujarat and Bengal are like treasure houses of heritage, and there is so much
Exactly.
there to explore. And so I have plans to go there and explore. So there is YouTube, there is further explorations. Twitter I have not been able to crack. I don't know if what I write and if what I talk about would be people of Twitter would there would be engagement on Twitter, because I'm not sure. I find it really good for political discussions, but I'm not sure how many people I can find for
No, no.
heritage there.
In fact, there is heritage and cultural handles in Twitter that are doing a very great
Okay,
job,
okay,
and there is a
okay.
lot of discussion, and there is different sort of audiences on Twitter, but it has a good clientele there who are
Yes.
interested in all these stuff,
So so so
poetry,
so
Urdu poetry, art,
yes.
also culture, paintings, museum, heritage, lot of things. And Kunal Vai says that he want to explore Bengal with you. Twitter is a sort of breaking ideas. Yes, Mick, you are completely right.
Yes, yes, yes. So Tirtha
So.
is saying ki Ramin count me in for Bengal. So I just forgot to talk about Tirtha. So just like Jaunpur and Ghaziabad and other places, I have collaborated extensively on Bengal with Tirtha. So Tirtha has covered a lot of monuments in Bengal, especially the temples, the terracotta temples. So he has been providing me a lot of images of these temples, and I have just written about them. So this is another rich collaboration I have done with another Instagram user, and try to reach a wider audience.
And also I saw some from across the border. You have collected the Mughal heritage and Mughal from Badshahi Mosque and from Lahore and other
Yes,
places
yes, yes.
also.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I
There is
forgot.
a
So
there is a
Lahore.
doctor who is also anesthetist, I think medical
Yes, yes,
doctor who
yes,
is
yes, yes.
collaborating with you. I know him.
I
Yeah,
forgot about it.
yeah, yeah.
Lahore is like another Delhi. I am obsessed with Delhi, so I am as much obsessed with Lahore. It's just because of today's geopolitical scenario, I can't go there. So I was like very hungry to talk about Lahore. So I collaborated with some of the Instagram users and passionate heritage lovers of Lahore to talk about Wazir Shah Masjid and the Badshahi Masjid. And there is this picture wall on the Lahore fort, which is supposed to be the world's largest mural created in the reign of
Oh,
Jahangir.
yes,
And I think it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site as well.
yes, yes, yes.
So I talked about it. Kunal bhai saying Patna not on radar. Ramin bhai, definitely Patna, Chhapra, and some other places, Sasaram places, other places of Bihar or are in fact Bodh Gaya, since it is talked about so much, is lesser on my radar, and these other places of Bihar which are not talked about, like Sasaram, which has the tomb of Sher Shah Suri, Chhapra, which has a Dutch era graveyard, Patna, which has one or two monuments left, because rest are destroyed, are definitely on my radar, and I want to go there and explore.
Yes, Yusuf Saab, you are right. Tomb of Nadira Begum, most unnoticed one in Lahore. Yusuf Saab also come from Maner family of
Yes,
Chishtis,
yes,
and
yes, yes,
they
yes,
have a very great heritage itself. And Yusuf Saab is
yes,
doing a
yes,
great job for doing. And recently, his book is also released about the lost Sufis of Delhi.
yes, and
And he
thankfully
run
he
a
is
famous handle Sare Delhi and also few
yes,
other
Sarah
handles.
Delhi. So
Yeah.
Yusuf Bhai, in fact, does this one-day trips to see places like Siran and
Yes.
all. So he's doing a great job.
I'm Shubhra, filmmaker
What?
from Mumbai, certainly based in Berlin and Barcelona. I would love to collaborate with both of you. And thank you for your great feedback.
Thanks,
And so
Shubhra,
nice
thanks,
to
Shubhra.
see you on
And
these.
we would also like to
And
collaborate with you,
have a safe
definitely.
time during the days of COVID and stay blessed, all of my friends, and Ramin, you also. And take care
Sure,
for
sure.
your precautions and safety during moving, and definitely doing all explorations once it is over.
But just one last question from Kunal
Yes.
Bhai.
Okay. Yes. Yes, Kunal bhai.
Questions are coming thick
Yeah.
and fast now.
Yeah. Yes.
Uh, Kunal Bhai says, "Ki any thoughts on Hagia Sophia?" So I have written about it. It's a political issue more than a heritage. It has become a political issue more than a heritage issue today. But I definitely believe that heritage of any kind should not be tinkered with. Whatever it is, it should remain in
Rediscouraged.
its state today. It should not be reconstructed or its state should not be rechanged just for some political benefit. So I'm not in favor with what is done with Hagia Sophia by Mr. Erdogan. He is actually it was supposed to be a shared heritage between Christians and Muslims, and that was so for 80 years. And I believe he did it for some political benefit, and I don't support him.
And some people are arguing that the Mosque of Cordoba once changed, so why not this? But once
Yeah,
mistake was done by others, should not be
yeah.
repeated in other way.
So
It's
so
not like a
so
reciprocal way of things.
it can
Looking at
open a
things.
whole Pandora's box if we
Yes,
start
exactly.
talking ki iska kya hai, uska kya hai. There are both sides of coins here. Muslims has also done really bad things on the heritage of others, and
But
others have done bad things on the heritage of
But
Muslims.
I
So
would
it's
say
a
all of you to read the short Facebook story written by Professor Ali Khan Mahmoodabad, a scholar itself and descendant of Raja Mahmoodabad. He wrote, and because he is an Islamic scholar from UK, did his PhD and teaching in Ashoka University. So he write a beautiful note. Go and see the life of Caliph Umar, the second Caliph. Once when we entered in Jerusalem and when he goes to the Levantine expedition, he didn't transform any of the religious places in the mosque. So this is a way how we need to revisit our history, taking authentic sources and going to the
absolutely.
syncretic models rather than copying the medieval things, what was done
and
in the
and and
ways.
whatever has happened. You don't need to reconstruct or change the nature of something just for your own, कि हमारा pride जो है recover करने के लिए. That's a very sad thing to do.
And we should equally
Ashar
respect.
bhai,
Okay, yes, Ashar Bhai has written something.
Ashar bhai has said, what about the Central Indian heritage of Bhopal, Raisen, and Sanchi? So he very interesting. Madhya Pradesh, like Uttar Pradesh, like Haryana, is another heritage, treasure house. It has Mandu, which has a huge amount of heritage. अगर कभी रेहान भाई आइए तो मांडू जो है चलते हैं. मांडू में बहुत हेरिटेज है. और
Definitely.
then there is he asks about Bhopal. Both of us know कि भोपाल में कितना heritage है. It is still relatively better talked about than other places, but yes,
Okay.
भोपाल में भी heritage को ज्यादा बात नहीं दी जाती.
Just to conclude it, there is a very important food heritage in Aligarh. You shared it many times. Can you tell there is a church? There is a old story related to that. If you remember,
Yes.
that's really we missed. We want to conclude on
Yes.
that because yes, this is really many
चलो
people want
let's
to listen on. Yes, just want to conclude on that.
let's end on this. So basically, there is a so Caventus,